I bleed the blood of my father, and he bleeds the blood of our enemies. I curse you, English, and your son, as he grows up in a safe, peaceful country. Look, English, there is blood in your hands. Dad! Dad!
Keep walking, boy! Into the future, back to your dad.
Darren is saved by his father with the help of the ghost of George.
He's tormented by the sight of a boy dying in his arms. Only you can heal his pain.
It's all right, son, it's all right. They've gone. They can't hurt you anymore.
Finally, Darren finds his way back to the present and father and son are reunited.
When you were a baby, I'd hold you in my arms like this and I'd cry. You were the most important thing in all of my life. All I wanted to do was protect you, keep you safe. I wanted you to be so proud of me and all the things I'd done. But how could you be proud of me when I'm so ashamed of myself?
Dad, I'm sorry.
Sorry? Got no need to be sorry, son. You've got to remember, Darren, whatever happens, whatever comes in the future, I'll always be your father. And you'll always be my son.
Who are you? Really?
Don't you know yet?
Your granddad's granddad!
And George can rest in peace, knowing he has helped his descendants.
I am but the echo of shadows. I am but the seed that blows on the winds of time. I am but a flower that blooms in a field. I am but a footprint that falls upon the road. I am but a memory for you to remember or forget. I am your past, Darren, as you are my future. Remember, don't let my death be for nothing. Be a son to your father and let him be a father to you. Walk into the light of your own future, boy, and live, and live, and live.
Hello, my name's David Crosby. I played Grandfather in Remembrance Day. I was attracted to the part because I found him an interesting sort of character. His father had fought in the war and he hadn't, but his son had fought in Iraq and had been traumatised by those events. But Grandfather had old-fashioned values and was trying to push his son to bring his grandson's attention to those values and carry on those values. And I found it a very interesting part and a very interesting character, and I enjoyed very much doing it.
My name's James Woodfinson and I played Darren, who was the teenage tearaway in Remembrance Day. The thing I particularly enjoyed about playing Darren was the fact that I've not really had a serious play before, and I've always done comedy and things like that, so playing Darren opens up a whole new type of drama for me, and it actually ended up really well because I won the Best Actor Awards, which was like one of my favourite moments of it because I've never really won an award for my acting, so it was quite a happy experience for me.
Well, my name's Christopher Lee Power. Yes, Remembrance Day was one of those projects I decided to take on because it dealt with the past, a character called George who lives in the past. And I think for me it was a privilege to play this character because the character George dealt with a lot of emotions, and certainly this relationship between him and his great-great-great-grandson and how he could help bring these two characters together, meaning, the father and son. The response from the audience was fantastic, and it was a wonderful experience.
My name's Liz and my son Edward Burkett played the part of Billy. For Edward, it was a first time production for him out of school, and he had a single monologue to do, which he had to stand up in front of an audience, public speaking, to do what he had to do, and it went down very well. In the production, I ended up being the bits and bobs woman, as I call myself, starting off with making the tea. At the end of it, I was backstage crew and ended up going on first with the umbrella and things like that, and helping the rest of the crew members.
Well, I'm Michaela Poole and I was the set designer for Remembrance Day, and I got involved because I was doing my degree, and it was part of my placement to go and work in the field that I was interested in. And I met Bev and began designing and developing the set with her, and we did very well.
During its festival journey representing Wirral and the North West region, Remembrance Day was to win 6 trophies, as well as many more nominations and much acclaim. It was seen by audiences as far away as North Yorkshire and Woking in Surrey, where Hand in Hand were invited to perform at the National Drama Association's All Winners Festival. It was also performed at Action Transport Theatre in front of an invited audience, which included representatives of the British Legion, Fathers Need Families and Shell UK. The production returned to the Gladstone Theatre, Port Sunlight, for a final performance in September 2009. At 11 o'clock of the 11th of November 2009, a radio version of Remembrance Day was broadcast by Vintage Radio, and later that evening by 7 Waves Community Radio Wirral. Our thanks go to both stations, Whitby Studios Ellesmere Port, Mike Lockley, who read the part of George, and to Wirral Forums for funding.
2 moments crushed between the chaos and the pace. Twice round the clock I stand and watch the seconds race. Between the bustle and the bedlam and the din, I squeeze my silence in for the memory of him. 2 minutes I gave him, but time couldn't save him. He fell like petals on the wind. Your pennies for a poppy, your poems for the dead. A distant trumpet playing, but I left my words unsaid. 2 precious minutes I offer him a year, though he may never hear. My conscience can be clear. How long in the killing fields did he in silence lie? On that cold November when time left him there to die, and scattered him like ashes on the wind. Now the moment's gone and the clock ticks on, and the truth is plain to see, that I gave him a fleeting glance, yet he gave his life for me. And he may walk in no man's land for all eternity, for if we never learn, we will never set him free. 2 minutes I gave him, but time cannot save him. He falls like petals on the wind.